Alright everyone, welcome back.
分け与えるということなら魔術刻印の方が何倍も楽よ。魔術回路と違って本当に受け渡すためのものだから。まあ魔術回路ほど私そのものでもないけど、遠坂の家系でできているものだし、パスとして使う分には十分よ。
それは本当に？
本当だってば。刻印化している魔術はまあ使い物にならなくなるけど、受信装置としての役割ぐらいになら作り変えられるわよ。ああ、それとも成功率の話？一族じゃない人間に魔術刻印を移植できるかってこと？
ああ、それも一応気になるけど。
大丈夫、任せなさい。きっかり白をバックアップしてセイバーと3人で勝ち残って聖杯を手に入れるから。もう決めたことだもの。ここ一番の失敗も今回ばかりはねじ伏せてやるわ。
She asserted brightly with a beaming smile. With that, I knew that it was wrong of me to be worried. Because she's removing her magic crest. With her own hand, she'll erase her bloodline's greatest desire. That fact. Tosaka easily laughs at it without showing a hint of regret, and I've seen that strength many times now.
何よ、急に物分かりいい顔して。私の顔なんか変？
ああ、そうだな。初めて教会に行った時と同じだ。なんていうか、遠坂のいいところって分かりづらいよな。
失礼な言い草ね。それで思い出したけど、あの時私って変な顔してたの？
That fateful night when I summoned Saber. When I was feeling sick in the church, Tosaka's expression as she showed sincere concern for someone who was nothing but an enemy helped me more than I can say. I don't have room to talk, but Tosaka turned out to be a better person than average.
まあ変な顔だった。俺あの時はまだ遠坂のことを優等生だって思ってたし、あんな顔するなんて思わなかった。
どうせ猫かぶりで冷酷な女ですよ。分かりづらくて悪かったわね。
But that's what saved me. She's soft-hearted but a realist with a strong heart that casts away her own weakness. She bottles her doubts and pain inside of her and moves forward magnificently, enough to dazzle those around her.
ね、それはいいけど、なんでジロジロこっち見るのよ、あんた。
ああ、そっか。ちょい見とれてたみたいだ。今更だけどさ、そういう遠坂だから俺は好きになったんだなって。
So I can't lose either. Tosaka generously, nonchalantly said she would transfer her magic crest to me, so I'll respond with utmost confidence for her sake.
好きって、今はそういう話をしてる場合じゃないけど、聞いてあげるぐらいなら構わないというか。
Tosaka's fists are clenched. Good. She's full of fighting spirit, so she must realize how prepared I am.
ああ、分かってる。時間もないし、無駄話をしている暇はないよな。さ、早く移植を始めよう。具体的にはどうすればいいんだ、遠坂。
Her mouth falls open. That's weird. Did I say something strange just now?
なんだよ。なんか都合の悪いことでも思い出しちまったか？
For example, some kind of jinx that means the ritual will fail if we do this at this hour?
別にちょっと頭痛がするだけ。慣れたつもりだったけど、エミヤ君の巡りの悪さを甘く見ていたわ。ほんと今に始まったことじゃないからいいけどね。言葉自体はまあ悪くなかったからよしにしといてあげるわ。
Turning away ostentatiously, Tosaka pulls some small objects out of her luggage.
はい。とりあえずこれ飲んで。痛み止めみたいなものだから。
おう。
I put the pill into my mouth. Tosaka turns off the light in the room and begins etching some kind of design into the floor. I wait like this for 5 minutes. After finishing the preparations, Tosaka sits down on the bed.
それで遠坂、俺はどうすればいいんだ？
It's not that she didn't hear me. Tosaka furrows her brow in a strangely awkward expression.
なんだよ。言いにくいことなのか？覚悟はできてるからな。大抵の無茶なら驚かないさ。
That's what it means to trust her. Tosaka nods in assent and then...
じゃあ、言いにくいんだけど、とりあえず服を脱ぎなさい。
In a strained voice, she gives an unfamiliar order. Time to confirm the situation. The room's lights are off. Tosaka is sitting on the bed with her face down, strangely nervous. Though it's a bit late to confirm this, I think Tosaka's soft-looking body and extremely supple legs are sensational. And... she ordered me to take off my clothes.
そこ、変な誤解しない。単に服を脱げって言っただけでしょ。私だって脱ぐんだから公平だし。
That still doesn't answer the question, but okay. She yells at me. I see. I think we're drawing my strange expectation.
遠坂も脱ぐ。
I don't think that leaves much room for weird ideas or misunderstandings.
だから境界しない。服を脱ぐのは体温を伝えやすくするためで、それ以上の意味はないんだから。いい？魔術刻印の移植には高度な共感状態にならないといけないのよ。そのためにも余分なものはできるだけ剥ぎ取っておかないとダメでしょ。
ああ、なるほど。
That's right. I don't know what a magic crest transplant is all about, but transplant probably means something like a medical transplant, so we need to expose our skin.
ちゃんと説明してくれればいいのに。上だけでいいんだよな。
当たり前でしょ。下まで脱いだらそこのヒーター投げつけるから。
The scary part is that she probably would. I take off my shirt. She's given me treatment several times, but I'm still kind of embarrassed. I hear a deep breath in the dim light, probably Tosaka's.
じゃあ次ね。シロ、ちょっとあっち向いてて。
そうか。遠坂も脱がなきゃいけないのか。
She doesn't answer. Her silence must be an affirmative answer. I turn around and fall silent. While I'm turned around, I take a deep breath to keep myself calm. I'm going to take over Tosaka's magic crest and make a path between us. I'll borrow Tosaka's magical energy in order to invoke the reality marble to defeat that servant. So this is just part of the process of that long and arduous battle. As long as I understand that, I should be able to shut out any unnecessary worldly thoughts.
いいわよ、シロ。
My heart skips a beat. I slowly turn around. Then, I know it's rude, but I unintentionally knit my brows.
遠坂、なんだその気合の入らない脱ぎ方は。
Tosaka took off her clothes, but it doesn't feel like she put any effort into it.
何よ、不満だっていうの？
不満というよりバランスが悪いというか、だいたいこっちは上着を全部取ってるのに遠坂はそれだけだと比率が合わないし、どうもシンメトリーじゃないのは落ち着かない。
わかった。両足とも脱げばいいのね。こやつ思いもよらずマニアックな。
Well, probably for the best I don't inquire as to what she's talking about.
いいけど、儀式を行うのは遠坂だし、それで成功するっていうなら文句はない。
そりゃ脱がない分難度は上がるけど、だって全部見せちゃうのもったいないというか。
Tosaka mutters to herself. Thankfully, I've got my hands full keeping calm, so I can't argue with Tosaka.
じゃあシロ、もう一度後ろ向いてて。
I turn around as she mumbles. This time, the rustling of Tosaka's clothes goes on longer. One more time, I commanded my heart to remember that this is a serious ritual. Even if Tosaka's dressed immodestly, everything will be ruined if I let my mind race.
今度はこれでどう？シロ。
Tosaka's voice is trembling. I take a long look back at her. The light of the lamp softly illuminates her body. Her thin shoulders and neck, the lines of her collarbone are beautifully drawn.
どう？これで満足？
I'm relieved that Tosaka is still belligerent, even when she's so beautiful. My face relaxes and I may be smiling without meaning to.
文句なし。逆にこっちがきつい。
I hide my face in my hand and take a deep breath. My face is probably red, so I'll seem nervous unless I hide it.
その顔を見れただけでアイコにしとく。じゃあシロ、こっち来て。
Tosaka beckons me from atop the bed. We sit across from one another. The bed bounces slightly under our weight. Neither of us speak a word, and we take another deep breath. The ritual to transfer Tosaka's magic crest is about to begin. We move closer together, and I stiffen my restless mind. I clear my head and concentrate.
始めるわ。シロの胸にこれを当てて。
She extends her left arm where the magic crest is. Her arm is exposed, and the pattern on her upper arm emerges faintly as it fills with magical energy.
同調した後にシロの魔術回路に魔術刻印を移植する。魔術刻印は筆記他人の体。植え付けられるのは異物を盛り込まれることだから、体は拒絶反応を示すかもしれないわ。
わかった。そういう荒事には慣れてる。
That's what training my magic circuit's always meant to me. Forcing a foreign second nerve into me and controlling it. Though I'm not sure if a magic crest is the same sort of thing.
そうね。体に無茶させるのは慣れてるんだっけ。
Tosaka lets out a laugh as if remembering my absurd training method has made her ease up. However,
それはそれとして、変なことしたら殺すからね。
she suddenly narrows her eyes and glares at me.
変なことって例えば。
She ignores me. She draws close to me, our shoulders almost colliding. It's like I'm hugging Tosaka's left hand to my chest. Tosaka's breath is on the nape of my neck. Not just a deep breath, but...
清く将来。刻印制御。第一、第16停止。
My breathing trembles as she says her spell. I can feel the magical energy coursing through Tosaka's body through her hand. Her slender fingers are upon my chest, my heartbeat and Tosaka's pulse.
名約を刻む。一つ、二つ、三つ、四つ、五つ、六つ、数えなく。
I close my eyes and try to deepen my concentration. The pulse and waves overlap. Tosaka is the one uniting them, and I maintain the rhythm. I unify my mind and keep my mind clear like I do when I train. That's all I can do since I have no experience in sympathizing.
小さく、大きく、大きく、小さく、広く、発症。
My eyes are shut so tightly it's as if they're sewn shut. My sense of smell dulls and my tongue tastes nothing. My body's senses are going out of whack. I can't tell if I'm sitting or standing. On the other hand, Tosaka's touch feels hot. I can't differentiate my own pulse from Tosaka's waves. I hallucinate someone gripping my heart. I imagine myself gripping someone's heart. I grope around with my fingers to check the feeling of the palm being transmitted to me. My ears still work, and I hear that voice. No, my body is so unclear that I can't tell if it was my body or if what I just heard was Tosaka's voice. That breathing sounds like someone is in pain. I know it's not my own breathing I'm hearing, so I listen carefully.
ちょっと真面目にやりなさいよシロ。
I get scolded from inside myself. I try to ask what this means, what's happening.
今は同調の初期段階よ。だから感覚が入れ替わって混乱している。これから本番が来るわよ。集中しないと共有感覚に弾かれるから。
That's all I hear before suddenly losing sight of myself. It feels like my body has turned into paper that is being folded up. It's being slowly, carefully put away. The time has stopped in the outside world, so from the outside it must look like it's happening at the speed of light. There's no end to the stowing and reduction. Any flat object should have a limit to how many times it can be folded no matter how wide its surface area, but my body is being shut up deeper and deeper. My field of vision is turning blue. The world before I was folded up is red. I'm floating. I'm falling but floating, and the world is passing by me at a high speed. When I try to reach out my hand to get used to this fast yet frozen world, I realize that my arms are already folded up. That's worrying. I got rid of the excess things and the things I don't need here, but it's a problem if I don't have my limbs. I can't recognize myself. So the first thing I should do isn't to affirm the world, but to hypothesize my own form. Now this is new. I clench both my hands. Even if only hypothetically, I recognize my own self. There's no top or bottom, no sky or earth. I'm floating in a blue celestial sphere. It's peaceful, not in terms of sound, but rather the entire shape is peaceful and complete. Time is passing outside. The outside is entirely filled up by this blue sea. There's nothing inside the celestial sphere. In other words, from the perspective of the blue sea, the sphere itself is the sky. A world egg. Has this sphere been covered with a shell? Or have the exterior and interior been reversed? Is this everything born from nothing, or nothing forced out from everything? Inverted, the celestial sphere continues to turn. Time continues to turn. An intangible thing that took form over many months and years. There's no repeated form and no different life. A phenomenon shared by everything. Things of the same form gather and give shape to entirely different laws. Each rare cause displays a great effect. Beautiful. They're just like the fish traversing the sea. There is no will in this complete world. No persistence or defense, no symbiosis or antagonism. Everything that comes here is taken as intent. If I'm a foreign substance come to exploit it, then they will respond naturally. A remarkably long time passes. The assembly of Crest draws the design of the foreign substance. But what requires caution is... it inverts. I see an illusion. A hidden past passes through, one that is not my own. I see an old memory. The morning of parting with a certain person. Someone else's memory of being sent to a holiday villa far from Fuyuki because of the beginning of a conflict. What requires caution is, no matter what the intent behind the reaction is, to the human consciousness, the process they are carrying out is nothing less than divine punishment. In this body that has no need for eyes or brain, I feel dizzy. Information is passing me. So he's finally able to see into her past, huh? I return to an old memory. The morning of parting with a certain person. Someone else's memory of seeing off someone who would never hold their hand again. The lines of the magic crest swim around me. They swirl around, searching for a bait that has appeared. There's nothing I can do. There's nothing bait can do to begin with. The only way to produce a result is to observe and accept everything in this way. The transformation is gradual. Time surrounds me like a spiral and passes within me. and corrodes me as if swallowing nothingness. Persons 2. Season winter. Title farewell. A bouquet is offered up. A young girl stands before a gravestone. Behind her stands a towering priest. No words are spoken. This day too, the girl firmly bottles up her grief. Foreign substance added. A spiral blade ringing the body, like a vicious thrush. The transfer of the crest has begun. I observe a gruesome fact. Thankfully, my ability to feel pain has been folded away. As if it is someone else's concern, I watch myself being locked up, bound, dismembered, disassembled, and played with. Flesh is very easily shredded. Bone is very easily whittled. All that is left is a soul that will feel pain for all eternity. It's like one arm has become the leg of an insect. It feels disgusting. This is her pain too. The pain I once heard of carrying the magic crest. I feel respect for her. She holds in this level of discomfort, maybe many times more repulsive with brilliant smile. It doesn't feel unpleasant at all. If I think of that, what is there to fear? I touch an even deeper place. In her memories full of nothing but partings, there was one meeting that filled her heart with longing. Someone was running in the school grounds, a running high jump. He ran towards a bar over and over. She was watching, for no reason until the sun set, wondering what meaning there was to such a thing. Looking somehow betrayed, looking as though she was seeing something precious, she gazed at the scene for a very long time. That's all there is to this story, an after-school occurrence that could happen anywhere. But to her, it was an indelible childhood memory, something akin to a revolution. Faintly, I recognized the scene too from a day very long ago. Time returns to the outside. The world is returning to completion. My consciousness, solidified from being folded up so tightly, begins to disappear. Like a bubble bursting on the surface of the sea. Accepting the foreign body in my arm, I cut loose from the inside. My body feels heavy. Still half asleep, I open my eyes and look around aimlessly. My consciousness becomes clear. I'm lying face up on the bed with my shirt off. My left shoulder is hot and sweaty. When I try to wipe it off with my hand, it stings like a burn. Something feels off, as if I've grown an extra finger. I'm clearly different than I was before now.
そうだ。遠坂、成功したのか。
How much time has passed? Maybe I passed out and overslept and it's been several hours.
なんだ。
So she's here. Good. I thought I overslept. Wait. I think I might be getting glared at here.
遠坂、成功したのか。
もちろん成功したわよ。申し分ないぐらいバッチリ。後遺症なんて出ないぐらいきっかり。そういうのが得意だった綺麗だって、我が弟子ながらよくやったって陰険に褒めるぐらい完璧に。
ああ。
Guess that means it worked really well. Just one problem. Tosaka doesn't seem boastful or proud. Actually, she's mad. Really mad. She's sulking like she's about to blow her top. Looks like the situation has gotten kind of bad. I need to catch on to why she feels this way and calm her down as quickly as possible. But unworthy student that I am, I can't even figure out what my master's angry about. My upper arm throbs with pain. It's a weird sensation like a deep cut combined with a burn. There's no doubt about it. A design is branded on my left shoulder. It gives off a faint blue light, not unlike Tosaka's magic crest.
遠坂、これが。
ええ、私から移植した魔術刻印よ。もうただの回路になって、元の魔術の痕跡もないけどね。
そうか。いや、すごいな。もっと痛むと思ったのに全然痛みがない。かすかに重いぐらいか。
それも時期になれるわ。魔力をつなげるだけのパスだから、 人体にもそう影響はないはずだし。刻印、いえ、回路の方が体に擬態していくから、半年もすれば何も感じなくなる。
そうか。じゃあこれで。
移植は完了。基本的には私からシローへの一方通行で、そっちから魔力を送ることはできないわ。今の段階でできるのは私の魔力を送ることだけ。ここからはあなたの頑張り次第よ。固有結界を作る魔力はこれでクリアしたんだから、あとは。
Me. All that's left is for me to activate all my magic circuits and successfully create the reality marble.
そうだな。ありがとう登坂。魔術刻印ありがたくもらっておく。
当然よ。ごめんなんて言わせないわ。お金にしたらもう超クラス、一生ものの貸しなんだから。
そりゃ確かに一生ものだ。で、どうしてそんなに登坂は怒ってるんだ？
見たでしょ。
え？
Saw what? It couldn't be. I was totally blank during the ritual, but did I actually push Tosaka down or something?
またなんかしたのか俺。
だから見たでしょ、このけだもの。
けだもの。
No way, did I really do something that would make me deserve to be called that? No, it can't be. I mean, the bed doesn't look very messed up, and if something like that had happened, I wouldn't be alive now anyway.
そうだ、第一儀式中は俺の目は機能してなかったっていうか、ほとんど真っ白だったし、見たものといえば魔術回路っぽいイメージと。
Ah, does that mean Tosaka was talking about that? The illusion I glimpsed? It's not unusual to see visions at that depth of someone's mind when in a sympathized state. It must be the same thing as me seeing Saber's dreams or the heroic spirit Emiya's. I slapped my knee in understanding. In that case, what I'm most curious about is that one. That dusky schoolyard that didn't fit in with the other dreams.
あれだ、登坂変な夢見てただろ。どこかの学校の校庭でバカみたいに棒高跳びしてるやつをずっと日が暮れるまで見ていたの。あれって一体なんだ？
So, for the uninitiated, that whole dream sequence she saw of her watching when she was young, a kid doing the high jump, that was Shiro in the past who would not give up because he kept failing at it and he wanted to keep going at that high jump until he got it right. Before I can finish, a pillow smacks me in the face. It's like slash combined with a full swing. A satisfactory blow that Saber or Fujine would admire. There's one problem. The normally fluffy pillow has such an impact and damage that it's as if it's filled with water.
登坂、何を？
うるさいうるさいうるさい！
She pursues me with the pillow. Tosaka hits me repeatedly with overhead swings of the pillow in her immodest state.
なんか魔力込めてないかそれ。いいからやめる。変だぞ。何がどうしたんだ？
うるさいけだもの。人の秘密を覗き見ておいて何ふんぞり返ってるのよ。
ちょっと待て。秘密ってあんなのがか？
I shout in surprise and receive a direct hit to the face from the opening in my guard. An agonizing pillow uppercut. Combined with the fatigue from the transfer, I'm knocked down again. Tosaka must still be angry as she grabs the back of my neck and drags me across the floor.
いいわよ。いつかこっちから恥ずかしい記憶を覗き返してやるんだから。その時は土下座をしても許さないわよ。ええ。
それは勘弁。あれ、もしかして。
I wasn't able to ask after all. She tossed me out of the room by my neck.
エミヤくん、女の子にはいろいろ支度があるから自分の部屋に戻っててくれない？
With that mean grin of hers, Tosaka slams the door. Pushed into the hallway without my shirt, I stare blankly at the door.
バカ言うな。男にだっていろいろあるぞ。
I stand up, still clutching my dizzy head. I want to say something back to Tosaka on the other side of the door, but I give up.